Hello, hi, and howdy. Welcome on in. I am RaKlavin GNS, and this is Hydroneer. Getting right back into it. Of course, I don't even remember where I was last at. There I am. Cool. I turned this all off. Which is good. That's what I need to do on this setup. Now, one thing I plan to do with this next setup is I won't be having that as a situation. But let's get everything turned on here. So I can just have it continuously running while I work. Oh, I should get these ones up here too. So there have been a couple little changes. I kind of noticed them the last couple of them the last time I streamed. Quest givers now, for instance, have their name above their head. And what kind of coin they offer. So if I go back here, up, you can kind of see it off on the here without looking at them. That's Thomas. And Thomas is offering coins. You know what though? Since you're right here, I'll go ahead and make this. Let me turn the system on. I'm pretty sure I have all this stuff already. I hope you're having a good day. I, so far, am actually having a pretty good day. How are we doing on these things? Make sure the system's not going to turn off on me. 12? Oh, yeah, that's fine. So, usually another like 6 hours worth of line time. So, what do we have here? We had 164 weight gold bar. 164? Yes. Not that I need the coins, but hey, you know. It's essentially free money. So one thing I will have in my new system is a return line. So I won't have to do that. I won't have to manually deposit. All right, and you wanted a ruby. So 88. It's okay to give them more than what they ask for. It's not okay to give them less than what they ask for because they'll just throw it back at you. Ruby. An 88 ruby. Put the rubies back. Get these turned back on before it causes an issue. See, so this would be a ring. Over here. Give this to the other guy. And he took out a glitch. Oh, no, it doesn't look like he took out the glitch. So there's this glitch. You're only supposed to be able to buy one of those, each of those drills, and the oh, that was a Prospector Guild token. I don't know why I was thinking that was just regular coins, but let's see if maybe I can. Oop, nope. So if I put this here, I'll put this here. Looks like I can buy them. So that's not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to be able to buy more drills and what are these things called? Harvesters. But as you can see, you absolutely can. And I need about, I think, 80 of them. So I might cheese it this time. Because, no, I have enough iron to make 80 of these things. I don't know if I want to sit there and make 80 of them, though. It took a while just to make 20. And the way my poor truck moves, I'm probably break the game if I tried to pull the truck with 80 of these things sitting in there. Anyway, this is up and running. Now, supposedly,
Don't suppose you can grab me this?
I mean, I could, but I'm not going to.
You won't find better prices than this.
So somewhere there is a task board, which is also something new. We'll go ahead and take this bar with us. Because as much as I can go off and actually use this infinite drill glitch, it still feels cheaty. Oh, hold on. You know what? We'll just go ahead and get rid of this. Now, Max had actually put, or it got put in the last patch notes that came out a few days back, that that glitch had gotten corrected. And it doesn't appear to be the case. And this file is saved after that patch, so we'll see. But one of the things that did come with that patch was the fact that the farming stuff was actually offering more coins. It was scaled up. That was the same way that the Prospector Guild was scaled up. So that is actually a nice change. And I was noticing that, and I commented on the difference in my last one, my last play. Ah, I got caught, so it ended up being tighter than I was meaning it to be. Now, oh, is that it? It is. How much? So how much are they? 25 tokens. Task board. Hey there. Let's see. Hello, hi, and howdy. Welcome on in, and thank you for that follow. Okay, so I'll go with the always arc. Hello, hi, and howdy. Welcome on in, Madam Grimm. But thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I mean, I was actually close. That Gua, though, that Gua kind of that's probably, I'm going to pronounce that wrong. But hey, I get called all kinds of things too. So I feel for you. Did I actually? Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't press the button, yeah. So the pronunciation is actually RaKlavin. But you'll... No, I'm not doing multiplayer. This is just my own game, own playthrough. I decided I wanted to do some stuff and take my time in playing through it. Which I have been doing. I actually want to go visit the farm and show that off real quick before I get to do the other things. Yeah, I've not touched multiplayer on here. It's one of those that it's the whole solo creative thing. So anything that is in here is just, you know, I can actually just say I've done it kind of thing. But I wanted to show this off real quick. You can stop moving. But look, I actually have something of everything now. All the crops. And I have full rows of the crops. It took a bit. It really took a bit to get this going because I only now the corn I actually bought a few more seeds of. But the other three, the onion, cauliflower, broccoli, I actually only bought one seed. And then I just was able to grow the rest and build everything up. So now I have a full salad bar and can make anything for the farming guild that they want. So that's the thing. And that took a solid minute to get done, let me tell you. But now we'll go back to the claim. So I have a full farm set up, and really, honestly, I have the full farm set up kind of just to say I've done it. But I needed it to, in order to be able to do the one task. I do like having the two claims so close to each other, though. So, what have I done since last time? Well, I covered all the tier 1. And the places that are like this, the game actually wouldn't let me cover it. So I actually couldn't cover it. It won't let building in these areas that you can't actually dig out. Which is what it is. And I was going to go overboard on this until I realized that, like, this is 30 drills right here. And I think I can add 50 on this line. So I can have 80 drills running. Those 80 drills running, I still have 2 other levels I got to get down and work on. I still got tier 2 and tier 3. And I'm kind of wondering if those 80 drills are going to hurt things or not. One thing I do need to get in there, though, is move those dirts. I need to move them back. So you can see, I just placed them where I thought they would go, but it turned out that they need to be further back. And then the idea is to have the lines all through here, coming down here. They'll meet up, and the next level up will be your processing. So, what I'd really like to do is get them all set up. And then what I think I'm going to do, though, I'm gonna have a lot. I'm gonna end up with a lot of boosters and everything like that. My water source, I'm just gonna pull the water right from here, and I've got these. I can just put right back over them when I've got everything else set up.
Huh?
So that's what I've gotten to, and this took a little bit of doing. I'm not sure if I will worry about this shard node, even though I know it'll help produce a large quantity of shards, because honestly, once I get all of these up and running, there won't be much need for extra production. Now, if in this over here, if there is a, say, a core stone node, yeah, I'll definitely be working, I'll definitely add in more core stone. You know, I'll take advantage of that. So like I've got an iron one over here. So I've got an iron node here, but like I said, this alone will make so much iron. Having a dedicated area with iron won't make any difference. It really won't. So I guess what I'll do first is I'm going to adjust all these. Actually, what I'm going to do first is figure out where I put my shovel. Was I at least smart enough to put it on? I did. So I'm going to reset all these poorly positioned dirt. I guess I'll just do it like this. It'll be fastest, I think. It only needs to have one dollop of dirt underneath of it for it to activate. So, and stay activated, which is fine. Oops. All right, so what we'll do first. I want to see something here real quick. Oh, so my view distance is already set high. Okay. So let's take that and then put it in the right spot. There we go. Now, put this one here. And now I can move all these. And really, it's all right that like this, I'm not going to worry about the little spots like that because it's going to be underneath the drill anyway. And as long as you have it fairly centered, then it'll pick up. There we go. And we'll put all these back. What I may do, since this is over double what I've got going on right now, and everything's at the bottom of the dirt level, I may actually just go ahead and set this one up before working on this next line. So just set this line up and then set up the harvesting. So it's what I'm probably, yes, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Obviously, I've not pushed anything down yet. Why aren't you going down for me? Come on. What are you doing? Come on. No, go down. I'm pointing right at where I want you. Thank you. I'm pointing right at where I want it to go. Alright, let's move these. Actually, I might not need to move these. No, I think these might be fine. Yeah, these are fine. Okay. I did actually make all these. Shadow Fox, hello, hi, and howdy. Welcome on in. This is only the beginning. Man, my picking up the things I don't want to pick up. Go where I want you to, please. So, hopefully it will be, but my concern is if I make it too big, I still have tier 2 and tier 3 I need to make at some point. Yeah, I know. I know. But I only just put it in the last time I was playing. Alright, look. And I didn't have this much problem putting it in when I was playing either. Come on. Go down. Go down and stay down. Alright. No, that's not going down and staying down. Look. I don't understand why these things have to be so incredibly difficult in order to move. Oh, so it does. Thank you. I have no problem. I've been playing this game off and on since the day it came out. And obviously I still have things to learn, and I'm actually okay with that. I had never... Yeah, so the scroll roll actually does move it. That's pretty cool. I never realized that was a thing. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked at how many hours I have in this update, but I've definitely... This is my 8th episode at 1.5 to 3 hours each. So, well, the first 7 were 1.5 to 3 hours each. And then I've played a bunch offline, which Madam Grimm will be more than happy to vouch for that. She's actually a really good friend of mine, and so she sees me on Discord, and it's always saying playing Hydroneer. Alright, so this will be the first. We'll see how these 30 go before I set up the next line. I was actually thinking, the way I set this up, I was actually thinking of making basically about 5 lines worth of drills. Not sure the computer is going to agree on handling that, and especially since I would do the same thing to tier 2 and then tier 3. So I figured I'd use tier 1 as the starter as far as that goes. Of course, once I have this set up and going, I'll turn the other one off and won't have the need to run that one anymore. 2 drills for T1 went hard in T2 and 3 in the underground pot. Oh yeah, I get that. I decided on this playthrough I would... I could absolutely get all up into tier 2 and tier 3. I mean, I've been doing a lot of the things in order to get to that point. But what I decided that I would... what I decided I would do, though, is just make each thing individually. So I'm gonna get this all set up and working, and then when it's at a level that I want it to be, I'll actually kind of decorate around it. And then I'll work clearing this more out, get all the tier 2 uncovered, and then I'll do the same thing for tier 2. But I'll use different materials. So for instance, I'm going to do this whole tier 1 out of the wood stuff. The tier 2, I'm going to do out of stone. Tier 3, no idea. I might do tier 3 out of greenhouse stuff. Which, part of the reason why I'm glad my farming is going along much better. So, that part's a bit undecided, but I just... especially since there's no real end game to this game other than bragging rights of how big of a bar you can make. So I thought I would take my time, do a little bit of creative for it. But yeah, I mean, I'll pass by the original setup here in a second. So let me move these down here since I don't need them in the truck, taking up space. Just have these on standby, kind of. Because I'm gonna need a lot of conveyors. And then, in fact, like, gosh, how many conveyors am I gonna need now? Then I had to figure out how I want the positioning for some of them to go. Because I don't want, I'm not gonna make it do a lot of, height. So I'll only build a couple levels up. In fact, let me see one here. Let me see what kind of level will look good. I mean, one level up. Not gonna lie, that now the problem I'll run into is not being able to. If I'm on a conveyor, can I go one more level up? That'll afford me two things. One, I'll be able to have plenty of room to run down the line and turn these all on or off if I need to. And then two, you know what? Sorry, my mind, this is one thing I love to do in this game is my mind I'll think of one thing and then suddenly think of another. Just make something big and hit it, taste of full pen. You know what though, if you just get the crusher, that doesn't happen. Well, sure it would, because the line that the lights would go on would go right here. If I use the logic like clips, they'll go right here, which should be underneath the here. Because the logic line clips is just go right on there, which is exactly. I mean, you're right on point of what I was thinking of. Yeah, no, it was 2 full squares. It's just because of where this sits. So this actually, I mean, I could do it, yeah, doing it just like that. And I actually have, yeah. So the line would go right there, which would actually be, and it's because the cables will go into the center of the block area, the same way the pipes do. So yeah, that would actually work. Where did I take this off at? Oh, I did take it off of here. Okay. Oh, but like I was saying, if you are running everything smelted or crushed or the compactor, you won't ever have to worry about the creation of the lag. And I will show you what I mean by that by heading back to the original claim. I keep the claim running all the time, and because of the because of having the auto repairs, yeehaw! But because of having the auto repairs, you know, I can let the system run for excellent. I can let the system run for just over 10 hours. These things right here, if you want these, and there's, if you have the water go in, you see it, and it just crushed, it just combined it. So these combiners, that's what you want. And all you need for them, of course you need the water, but just having a toggle switch, so now they're all unactivated. You can tell because the piston's not moving. And then like that, now they're always operating. As soon as something comes in, it'll automatically crush it in there, and it's fast. Just stuck on a button on them? Yeah. The lever was just the first one I tried. And whenever I need to unlock it, I just, but I mean, they're fast. I had learned a valuable lesson about turning everything off because of the way I've got it set up. Now I'm not going to do this on this new setup. I'm not going to do it the same way. I have my harvester on the same line as my drills. Pretty common practice. But what would happen is, but none of my belts are. All of my belt work, because it doesn't require fixing ever, is on its own separate. So what would happen is, well, there are a couple things that, well, I mean, for what would happen for this is the dirt chunks that were still left, I would shut off this line. This would get shut off. And so I just end up with this huge dirt chunk here. So I did learn to turn off all my drills on this setup. I won't have that problem on the next one, because for the next one, what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to have, I'll have the filtered line, but this is going to be on a different line. And I won't put filters on it. This is going to be on the conveyor line. And instead, I'll actually have its own repair system on it. And that's the thing with this, with the conveyors and the things that come off like this stuff, none of it breaks down. So there's actually no reason at all to have the filters on it. Whereas all this stuff, by having the filters on it, these stay at 100%. So what I'm going to do instead for this next setup is I'm going to actually have this on its own line, and I'm going to have the this exact same thing, but just for the harvester. That way I can keep the harvester on the belt work line. So this way I know if the conveyors are running, my harvester's running in case there's anything on the belt. But another reason why I learned to shut it off, I hadn't realized it. I did notice that my game was getting a little weird, little glitchy. Oh yeah. That's actually something I might do too. Is all that is do it that way, just so it goes a nice super speed. Maybe I might actually still do it all just tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. I think that would actually look cool in a way instead of combining the things. But I know exactly what you're saying. Oh yeah. But I hadn't noticed it, but my my sapphires had actually, and I'm certain as to what happened. When I had saved the game, the system was still running. But I'm certain that when I saved it, there was a sapphire that was right here that hadn't gone into this yet. And so when I loaded it next, I was off doing everything. This can run for, this system, this setup can run for 10 hours, no problem. And if I have these all full, it can run for 10 hours. Well, when I got back, what was really keying me in that there was something odd going on is I was cutting an emerald. And I picked up the one emerald, and it legitimately just disappeared. And so I reloaded the game. The one emerald, I'd actually picked up both. The one disappeared. The one that had fallen in here, when I reloaded it, was back here, but this one wasn't here. So and that one just literally just vanished. I was coming back over here, I finally noticed this huge pile of sapphires just sitting here. So what had happened was, and I'd played for a number of hours at that point, so what had happened was, when I loaded it, that one was stuck right here and didn't fall off. And because it didn't fall off, all the incoming ones afterwards collected. And the reason why I know these can go fast is I actually ended up sitting here getting just right that I could pick it up off the belt and it would drop into the combiner, and I was just mad smashing E. Like you would think I was using an auto clicker. I was moving that fast and it kept up the entire time. But these things are awesome. Oh, but that's what I was saying. Yeah, as long as if you've got these and you've got all your nuggets going into the smelters, which I will definitely set up the smelters in the next ones to not be underneath things like this, not in this fashion, then the pile up won't ever be bad. It just has to deal with whatever is on the belts at that time. But but at the same time, what you're talking about is exactly why I'm going to be starting with the 30 instead of putting in the other 50 on top of it. Or waterfall got stuck in one fork tonight. Yep. And I've AFK tested what I have set up right here multiple times, and that one load up was the only issue I've had with it. So, and that's kind of another reason why I'm just going to keep it as tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. is that this, the way this stuff is designed, everything balances out movement-wise. So if I have the belts going too fast, then I'm actually pretty certain this would be able to keep up. But if I had it going too fast, it's possible that it might not keep up. And then I'd have to worry about clearing out dirt chunks. Oh yeah, actually, my last couple episodes, that's exactly what I've been doing. I will show you that. So, but like I said, I come in, I turn that. That's the last thing I do before I leave the game is I turn that system off. Now this new one I'm setting up, that won't even be a thing, because I'm gonna have it set up that I'll probably do clearing the dirt chunks. I'll probably clear the resources before. There's a new option when you load in a save now that you can clear anything that's on the belts, basically, except for maybe cut gems. So you reduce the chance of something being stuck on a belt as you start. That's something that just got added in a few days ago. But yes, I actually have been messing with the farming stuff, primarily because I will do the King's Quest. Not that it's a end all for the game, but you know, just to do it. And you have to have broccoli and something for it. But yep, I have a small farm set up over here. This has actually taken a little bit of time. It took a little bit more time than I anticipated, honestly. Because you can only start out really with the tomatoes and carrots, and then your corn, onion, broccoli, and beetroot. All you have to use the farming tokens. So, but through the work and everything, I've got everything chopped, sorted, and I have a full salad bar going. And I just leave the water dripping and running. No, this is fine. I don't know that I mean, right now I'm doing all the harvesting and planting manually. So since I'm not doing it by the machine, the harvester machine, I don't, and the sprinklers are expensive. So, I mean, yeah, I know they cover an area, which would actually give me more spots to work with, but you know what? This works just fine. So, and everything I need for cooking. So I have it set up that I can actually figure out how much I need. I have an auto return system. So once I cook up what I need, or it'll drop out what I need and put it here, so I can just throw it on the ground and then into the bucket, into the pot, and then what doesn't get used just comes right back into the system. This way. Hops over, comes back in the system. So that's what I'm gonna do with my other thing. So it was a lot of fun getting it set up, though. And there was a lot that went into it. So now I can pick up any of those quests anytime I want to. But you start out with these, and really, the cedar and the chopper, the belt chopper, honestly, those are the two of the biggest things. Pipes vertical, dripping, 12 crops so far. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. And that's kind of, I mean, so I just did it like this so I could very easily just... And I turn off the water effect when I'm going to harvest it, plant it. That way I don't have that driving me insane visually. I just leave it running otherwise, because I can. Didn't I go to sleep before I came over here? I guess not. So that's my simple setup. and it's really just a toy with it, plus the beetroot and broccoli soup I need to make for the quest. This will just make it easier to make. Mine will be fed from the checks, but I haven't seen store the rest. Yeah, that's something that if I expand this, I'll do that. And it was really just getting to a part that I was actually having the crops to do that with. So, but right now it's just, and it took a while to get to that point. I mean, once you have your row set up or whatever, you'll always get more than what the row is. So you can see the corn is a great example. I have 1 to 3 on the stocks, so that means I always at least get 10. Yeah, exactly. Which is so, and that's how I've got that little starter thing configured too. I can just go off and do something else, which worked out great while I was doing the farming thing. So now that's where it's at. Now I can work on this claim that I've been working on. I mean, what I could do, I'm actually going to leave that original build, everything, pretty much the way it is. I could just easily, of course, bring everything. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I could very easily just pack everything up, bring it over here, and add it in. But this is going to be its own build. So that one I can just have. I'll never need it again once I get this going. But, you know. So now, some things I'm going to need. Yeah. And that's the thing, too. I was actually thinking about building a small little hut over there, too, just because I'm not worried about it now. But, it still looks cool. That's half of it too. I've mentioned that before, where everything that you do in this game, you can do creative and put stuff, create everything you want to create, but you still have to manually put everything in or manually take everything out. So even if you have the deleting one, you still have to go to each individual thing. There's no grouping. You don't group things together in like blueprint form and stuff like that. You have to individually put everything down. So that's the thing. So what we'll work on next then is I will actually create a platform. And my game's not going to like me for this, because I'm going to buy a bunch of the small ones, I'm going to buy a bunch of the big ones. And when you start adding that many in, the game really doesn't like it. I don't even know. I have a whole lot of pipes in there. I'm pretty sure I've got a couple of trailers already set up. There's one. Grab this. We'll put this up over here. We'll make it look neat. There we go. So you can put the two things here. In fact, yeah, I hadn't actually played with it. He said you could actually put these here. And you can. That's nice. I like that. But I do want to get rid of the effect. So let's there we go. Now we can actually look at it. I like that. That is so much nicer than just holding it in your hand. Well, I'd heard they were coming, and then when I looked at the patch notes before I started my stream, and so the fact it's there now, and I was like, that's why I was at the farmer. The farmer at least has it. Other token vendors should. So my guess is the where you go to do the prospector tokens. My guess is one there. Oh, I don't know what all I have in here. I guess I'll just buy another one. All right, off we go. Hold up. Is that just a rock? Yes. Okay. I saw this and it looked much different than the than everything else here. So yeah, like I'll actually probably get another bulletin board. You know, and I hadn't even thought about that. I always did it with the shark, but I didn't think about adding it to the quad. But now that you mention it, I'm probably going to go back and get my quad and do just that. Oh, you can't. Oh, I misread that. You can't, really? That sucks. I do like this, though. Love throwing on trailers. But, like, these... So this one, I'm not worried about for some time. Once I finish this tier 1 build, and I can just turn this one off, basically, and let it collect dust, then... And I'll actually start into the tier 2. Once I get to tier 2, of course, I'll start getting the core stone. Once I get the core stone going, then I can actually make that one. This one, though, this 300 weight cut beetroot and broccoli, that was actually the biggest reason why my salad bar exists. So... were it not for that, then I probably wouldn't have gotten into farming. So yeah, these carts are not going to like me. I didn't think I'd be able to drift them like a soccer ball, but that was actually I actually liked that I did that. That was actually pretty funny. Yes, I took about an hour and got all the fishing rods. So I actually do have all those. Let me go get another cart real quick. I have also learned to split things into carts. That was a valuable lesson. Because when you're trying to find things and you can't, it's just easier to have different carts. But yeah, it only takes, if you go at it, it only takes about an hour. I actually went over to made a whole stream of it not too long ago, where I just went over to the fishing town and I set up a bucket for them to go in, and I just fished until I could get each one. So, yep. All right, now let's see if maybe I can... Oh, what's that? Wood pillar foundation. Oh, cool. That'll work, I guess. Now, I have, with these, also tried the whole standing on it and just letting it drop in there. But the one time I did it, when I got back, I realized I thought I'd purchased 50, but I realized when I got back, I'd only purchased 20. And what had happened was because it would catch the edge of it, of where I was aiming versus where it was dropping. So so on things like this, I kind of gave up and just do the, it takes a few moments longer. Yeah, I didn't want that. Hold on, we'll just do this.
I got the goods if you got the cash.
Luckily, that doesn't hurt hurt your standing with anybody. Yeah, when I do the decorative stuff, I'm gonna actually look at all the different pieces and parts that they have. Oh. You can do that. You can try to steal them, and it'll make them disappear. Alright, so let me get 10 more, and that'll be more than plenty. And my computer is not going to like it at all. And I'm probably going to have to do one card at a time. There we go. Oh, it's actually... seems fine with it. So I only got 67? Eh. Bad miscount though. There we go.
You won't find better prices.
Yeah, so if you misgrab something, all you gotta do is just try to take it out, and it'll clear it that way. Alright. Let's move this to better position. Yeah, no. That wasn't much of a better position. Nope. I can just stay there. Oh boy. Come on. Yeah, and I realize that this going back and forth makes this take longer, but even if I had it like right on the edge of where this falls would almost match up. And so sometimes as it's falling, I would click on it and pick it right back up, even though, but it would look like it had fallen in and make it look like I was picking up another one. That's what I do if you grab the nice fat middle.
Huh?
I do love the fact um the Intuit self-stacking though. That's something that between the cart and the truck, being able to do that with is it's really a blessing as far as being able to move materials. It took me a little bit when I was first getting back into it to start doing it again. I would do stuff with the pallet until I realized that the cart, of course, is just more versatile with it.
I got the goods if you got the cash.
I got the cash if you got the goods. All right, let's see how bad this. Oh yeah, it doesn't like it so much. It's doing it, but it don't like it. That frame rate. Oh yeah. Now, if I just had the one card on here, it wouldn't be so bad. Because it's doubled up right now, it does not like it. Turns usually don't take so long. I was turning that whole time. But it's still the fastest way to actually get it there. I was just going to run over my bed. I've never actually tried the speed cart. I've only tried the agility one. Let's see, so I actually want to add some more of these. I need to get a feel for where this line is. Ugh. Ugh. Grr. Super hard to turn. That's what I kind of figured. So let's put it here. It's just a matter, I want to keep it in the same block height. Was that the block height? Or did I move up one by mistake? I really don't want to find out. Oh, alright, okay, that's the block height. And, yep, awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, sure, we'll go that way. That's fine. Oh, they sigh. Try this again. There we go. All right. Let's see. Give me my other one real quick. Actually, quite a bit, because originally I started with a pickaxe. Then I finally went ahead and I got this thing, the roller. And I tried that for a little bit. I was like, okay. But then I got this because I had made enough of the prospector tokens. And that's why there's the holes. If I could reset this, I would actually just use the roller. Because all you really have to do with the roller is get it cut down one level. And then once you clear that level out, you can basically go through the whole thing. And clear out each level. So there are a few hours in here. And then of course you can see I still have all this to make go further down. But that right there, that roller, definitely your best bet. If you want to make quick work. Now, this was also the relatively flattest of the other claims, which is why I took it, because I'd already gotten the roller. But once I figured out that's why it's also flat, is because I did it by roller. So the roller really doesn't take that long, by comparison. Now, because I'd made such a mess with the mole, as I was clearing out the tier 1 stuff, I actually did go back through and clear out huge chunks with the pickaxe. So that actually made it take a lot longer. Like I said, hindsight, if I could reset the claim, I would actually just use the roller to actually go down the whole thing. But as it stands right now, as you can see, I have areas, for the most part I can work with this, it's gonna be like this half over here will all be roller, and then as I get to the areas I kind of goofed around in, then I'll have to do some more pickaxe work. That's kind of it is what it is thing. But to answer your question more directly, it took quite a few hours. Yeah. That's what I used to the plot I use. That's what I did. Is I used the roller to flatten that all out. Let's see. Okay, so I wanted to kind of put this in here. There we go. I think I'll keep this straight here because I'm probably not going to use this area right here for anything. If I do, maybe it'll be, I don't know, something nice. And then I'll cut at an angle and like so. I don't mind cutting some of this off because I'm going to kind of do it. As you can see, you know, this plot actually has the, oh, I can't go that way then. Has it like this. So, actually, I don't know. If I'm just cutting it, well, I mean, if I'm just cutting off this chunk, that's not going to hurt anything because I'll have all this space to work with. So that's fine. Yeah, cutting off this chunk here shouldn't do much of anything. Go to work now. I want to see you. Progress and check back in. Shadow Fox, thank you for being here, and thank you for that follow. Welcome on in. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a great time at work, and it goes by quick. That's always the fun thing. But thank you for being here, and hopefully I will have a decent amount of progress. I hope in the next couple hours to actually have this at least up and running with these drills over here. So I hope you have a great day, though. And work goes extremely fast. And again, thank you for being here. I absolutely appreciate it. So let's see. We're gonna kind of make this. Gimme. Trying to figure out how far out I want to wrap this. That should actually be good there, I think. So if I cut this out here. Oh yeah, it gets me. So if I do like say right here. Let's trade this out actually with one of these. Oh yeah, I forgot that's there. Let me grab that. There's just one little speck hanging midair. I forgot about it. There it is. I see it. I see it. Yep, I missed one. So what about like so? Okay, yeah, I just don't want to feel like I'm smashing my head every time I go up and down. Yep, that'll work. So I think we're at a point that I can actually bring these down now. That's a helpful little tip, though. I didn't know about the scrolling wheel, and boy, I tell you what, that all of a sudden actually makes a difference. And then what can I get? Ones to go behind here? Nope, it won't let it. Okay, that is what it is. All right. And then we'll get a couple more here, so I can add these to it. Or bring the other cart down. Yep, I'm gonna need a lot more of these platforms. I already know it. Now, I was thinking about changing where the fueling station is, but you know what? I'm actually probably just going to keep it where it's at. Then let's see if I take some of these. Oh, really? You're not gonna let me put it right there? Why not? I don't understand why. Let me see if it... Anything needs to be cleared right here? Nope. The little things like... I find that odd. Now, I'm not going to go with it. I'm not going to go too much over that way for this platform. It was more to create something along these lines. So I think what I'll do is I'll actually go to about... I guess about here. Line it up with this. Before I cut over the couple more rows. No, you know what? We'll take it to this spot because it actually has a long bit. Now, the thing is even though I was talking about not being able to use this, even though it's covered, I'll actually be able to use this. So that actually won't even be a problem. Now I think about it, it'll tuck under, which isn't a problem at all. In fact, you know what? So I do like there. My guess is I can kind of keep the top in almost thirds. Wherever the farthest point is that the next one goes. I don't know. Let's look at this map again real quick. I could kind of get away with that. If I did like right there, so let's see the way it, so this would come like here. This would come like here. Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what I'll do. I'll actually kind of cut in thirds going with where the water ends. So we'll actually bring this all the way this way. And take up and hide all the production. With that being said, let's just fall down. How are we looking? One more. It actually looks almost right. So there. Yeah, I think I'm spot on. And any one of these two, even though the texture is different. So you see here, the texturing is different. You've got like, it's more weathered on the 4 pieces than it is on the single pieces. So I don't mind that. Honestly, I'm not really concerned about that part. So it just means that at any point I need to open up something, I can just, like for the belts to come up, for instance, I can just pull one of these up and do that. Yep, that's what I meant to do. This is the same kind of building I remember doing in Satisfactory. The same single placement before they came out with Zoop. And I had put down thousands of platforms in that fashion. And honestly, I gotta say, I don't mind it. I really don't. It's, I find it just like I find the grind in most games, where it's somewhat relaxing. I know that seems kind of odd, but there's just something satisfying about not only putting it down, but seeing as your work progresses. Now, oh, one thing I did want to try is, will you let me do it if I do it like this? We're gonna, okay, so you will let me do it with one of these. That's fine. Just let me put it back. Please work with me. Thank you. There we go. That's fine. Yep, we're definitely gonna need a lot more of these. But like I say, I kind of find it relaxing in the sense that even though it's very tedious and grindy work, you end up with the being able to see what your design has actually done. Oh, you know what? I'm one off. So I'm gonna put on, do I want a single row of that? I'm gonna go out. There's only one way I'm actually gonna be able to figure this part out. And that's if I go straight there. Oh yeah, I'm definitely up. Bug. This, of course, is fine. Now, I'm not sure if it does or not, but I will definitely be working on hammering down everything. Because I'm kind of thinking by having it hammered, it can affect your potential computer usage the same way as having things go into a container versus, say, your ore is going into a container versus going into a smelter. In that it has to identify, I mean, it's identifying that these are here, but when they're loose, they all count, you know, individually, whereas when they get hammered down, it almost seems like they would actually be more so counted as one thing, sort of. So ingrained, unmovable, it doesn't have to be counted the same as something that can be moved or is going to be moved. A lot of running back and forth. This is how our folk in town stay in such good shape. All the running back and forth. So yes, I was one off. And what I could just do the single line, because I'm not using this space for anything. So I could just do the single line alongside of this, and I think that's what I'll actually do. I'm gonna have to clear that out at some point, but I'm gonna have to do it manually, because obviously once I put this here, then this isn't going to be able to get anything. It's going to go up to it. My roller isn't going to actually, you know, it won't go past the platform. Oh man, really? I ran out already? So obviously not something I have to worry about right now. We did have that on the same line, which is good. All right, so let's get this back upstairs then. Because obviously I'm gonna need a lot more of these. Oh, no, I didn't actually want to go down. So I'm going to need more pipes. Conveyors, which I actually have conveyors, but I'm still going to need more pipes. It'll be nice having this lined up and not falling off the edge of it. So as you start putting these things down, you get an idea of how big these plots really are. At least this one. Now, I could use the creative tool and just do the claim clearing for it, but I don't want to take it out of the creative or add mods because eventually I'll get all the achievements. I don't even know what all the achievements are, but I've gotten a fair portion of them already. So this whole thing will be as a vanilla playthrough. Now, one thing I didn't take into account, and actually, that'll work on my benefit. I didn't take into the account that what I'm thinking of doing for the boosters is I'll be able to tee the line, but what I was thinking about doing is having it come up, go down, come up to a booster, and then go back down, and then feed more. But because of the height, I should actually be able to put basically have the booster right, instead of a line of floor, have the booster right there where I can just open the booster and drop the crystal bars in. Which, it'll be to my benefit to do it like that. One thing I will definitely do, because I'm creating different levels, is I will add in logics to turn everything on and off. The logic valves, for instance. That way I can just, at a control station, turn on and off what I need to turn on and off. I guess I can go ahead and bring this down with me this time.
Huh?
Look at me, that. Really? Gonna do me like that? Come on. Almost got it. We're almost there. Mm. There it is. All right, cool. All right. We'll get the unstuck going for that. So now we'll have... Let's see, I could just have the conveyor come just straight up. Because I'm covering this area, I can have the conveyor just come straight up here. And this one, when I do it, I can have the conveyor come up here. And then have them just, I can simply have the lines meet up. Though I may potentially want to have 2 drills at that point. Or a drill per line would probably make the most sense. We'll go ahead and if I've got 4 of these. We'll see. I'll go ahead and fill this in. Fill it in what I can. Oh, that was the last one. Ha! That'll show me. So yeah, that's gonna take a lot of platform. I have to say that time was actually pseudo intentional to do that, so that works. It doesn't cover too terribly much, honestly. And once I get all this all dug out anyway, that just means a lot more room to actually put things. So that's actually fine. Just the top will it'll look split up. And like I said, I'll actually use different materials, flooring materials. Well, at least for the first 2. The third one I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with it yet. All right, let's get some daylight going here. So now that we have the basis for that, I actually would like to put more down. But I think I'll grab some pipes and conveyors first, so I can get a better feel for what it's going to look like and where it's going to come out. And now that I think about it, so that wouldn't go like so, but let me take this, throw this out here. I have a curiosity. Let me take one of these. Well, will you let me put this here? You will. That'll work. I'm okay with that. Okay, how's the... we'll go ahead and fill up before I go, though. All right. That's all good. So, I need, let's just line 20. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, it's only 19. Okay. So I have plenty of straight pipes. That's not a problem. But I need more curves. So we'll start working on some of the... So I need curves and T's. We'll start working on some of the conveyor stuff. I should go to town though if I want to buy this stuff. No, I need to go to the original town. Because I'm gonna buy the tier 1 stuff.
Have a gander at iSelb if you want to make more of these.
Now, if I do this right though, I could actually put the curves and these in the same cart. Joffrey, what's up? How you doing? Hello, hi, and howdy. Welcome on in. Good to see you, my friend. So I decided today is a Hydroneer day, and then tomorrow I need to get back on and... Oh, your final stream of Skies already? You gonna switch it up to a different mod pack? What rotate this people are still playing? That's cool. If you do decide to roll the mod pack, because I've actually been having I have been enjoying it, and the vote comes on to something else, then maybe I could get look and see about getting the world download and doing it like that. I don't know how if they would. I mean, if not, that's fine too. It's a pack I wouldn't have a problem actually starting over if I needed to. But what pack are you going to go into next? You haven't decided? Okay, cool. Anything on the radar? The E6E. That's cool. That's cool. The E being expert, right? Cool. So E6 is already out, but the expert's the one. Expert's just really. That one's more recent, right? Or has the expert released yet? Oh, okay. I'd definitely be interested in watching you play that. All the extra grindy stuff you were talking about. Some CCI. Yeah, let's CCI. Let's CCI. It can be fun. Definitely Havoc on a server though. If the wrong thing is launched in the wrong place. It's kind of why whenever you have the CCI on there and I engage something, I'm more or less looking at where you're at and what am I most likely not going to get, get killed for, or badly pranked myself. Well, yeah, I know. Okay, that absolutely should be plenty of those. And yeah, it's funny how the computer becomes not a fan. Ooh. I don't know. That's actually, I haven't played that in a bit. Not that I couldn't get back into it, obviously, but. Oh, the struggle. I was going to go pick up, what's it called now? Conveyors, but I think I will hold off. Yeah. I can feel the amount of pipes in this thing. That's another thing too. As you add stuff in, it makes the truck bouncier. Besides not maneuvering as well because it's very not responsive. You add too much stuff in, or as it really starts to add up, it'll actually make the truck bounce. So that's actually a thing. And I mean, when you've got a decent computer, it's still going to happen. I mean, I've got my computer's a couple years old, yeah, but it's a good setup. It can run most anything still, which was all I was concerned about. Is it going to be able to run most everything for a while? And I appreciate it, dude. I really do. And I hope you have a lot of fun. And thank you for stopping by. But this game and games like this, where you have the things that are being packed into a single spot, yeah, you're gonna feel it. Oh, absolutely, dude. And thank you for being here. I appreciate it, good sir. Do I want to go? I kind of want to leave these up here. And accessible up here. All right, sir. Take care. I will see you later. All right. Now I can go get some. I didn't put my coins. Oh, I did. I was gonna say I didn't put my coins back in the truck, did I? I sold something at one point. I screwed up one of my crafting items, and so I'm still sitting over 2.3 mil. All right, now we can go get. So I kind of want to test this. Nope, it absolutely doesn't attach. I hadn't thought to try it until Shadow Wolf said something. All right, now it's Conveyor Nation. We gotta get hit up. I'm just gonna go with the straights and the which I don't think I need to go with the straights. Actually, now that I think about it, 2 for 1. Yes. I put one in the shop and I didn't see where the other one landed. We're dancing. He gets strips into one side. All right. So I'll leave that there. I'm actually going to go grab the straights I already have. So I've got quite a few. Back at the farm. Yeet! Woohoo! I love that game. That's such a fun game. And they don't even complain about it. I tell you, as far as NPC collision goes, I actually like that one. That one's actually pretty funny. I'm glad Max decided to go with the version he did of that. All right, come on, get up here. You are the corners and you are the straights. You got something else. Oh, you got these. Nice. And then you've got these, but I'm not going to worry about those. Oh, apparently you still got a lot of corners. Oh, boy, that's rough. Glad I don't have to travel far. Oh, come on now. Thing doesn't handle at all. And it probably doesn't have the help that I've actually got something running in the background. But this is kind of to be expected. When I was bringing these over, I actually had to do one cart at a time because the 2 carts, I was getting like a couple frames a second. It was painful. It was painful to watch. It really was. All right, and we'll go the cheeky way here. Oh, it wasn't done moving me. All right. We'll just grab one of these. And we'll grab the other one. All right, so now can I do these from up here? I can. Of course, I would do it right as I was saving. Oh, that's all the... I only had 3 on there? Okay, well, I guess I can put that back up. Let's see, this can actually be more over here because I don't need it for a bit. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I meant to do. And I love that pipes and wires actually clip through in such a way that it looks natural. Let's see. That's actually, I do like that. Need to get another one. But having the map right there at eye height and you can actually see everything, that's actually pretty cool. Right, I left that cart back in town. I was like, I thought I had another cart. Okay. So I'm gonna need a bunch of the straights. All right, that'll be enough to get started. I think what I'm going to do with the raised ones, actually, I'm going to put this here for now. Um, I should only need, I really should only need a few of these, so I think I'll get 6. Pretty sure I won't need that many, but I'll have the extras already. And one more. There we go.
You won't find better prices than these.
No, because you're the only one that sells them. Of course I won't find better prices. All right, another one of the laggy trips. Okay. Whew. Such a frame rate difference. And I'll worry about the other ones when after I attach the bent pipes. Pardon me. I remember the way these used to work. Vaguely. But they did used to work a lot differently than what they do now. The conveyors. I like the way they work now better. Quite honestly, I absolutely love the way they work now. Much better. All right. Let's see. We want this way first, and like so. Whoops. I totally didn't mean to come down all the way down here. Oh my gosh. I'm not trying to make laps up right now. I'm really not. Okay. That might actually be too high. But we'll find out. And actually, that's all I need to go up right there. All this running back and forth. And yet, I never get out of breath. I'm not going to complain about that. Excellent. So now if I take... right here I think would be a good spot for a booster. Maybe. So if I come out like so... add a booster there. Oh, I mean, it needs to be a straight pipe. Can I reach these from up here? I cannot. Let's just bring this up. Hold on, we'll go ahead and fill them. And then just for right now, I'll use this as a filler. That'll be fine. So I have a great one coming out here. And then turning. So I want it to turn right, left, left, right. Oh, actually, that'll work, but I actually want it to go up one more. Hmm. No, we'll do it like this. I'll actually have it come up and come around, and I'll build one more up in order to get into the drill, the harvester. That way I can keep everything initially on the same platform. Or, well, no, actually, I can, I mean, the harvester's going to be on this line. So what I could do... have it come up one more. Now, the thing is, I could have it go directly into the harvester. So I have the harvester here, but I'm going to need another conveyor piece to come out. I really wish there was a triangle piece. An XYZ piece. So, this needs to be a T. This will go directly into the harvester. This will continue the line. Running a belt. That'll feed into the harvester. from here, I need to go, so let's see, I'm gonna need to go, the harvester will be right here, so I'm in another line in front of it. Harvester line in front of it. Does these take up, yeah, 2 per, okay. Grab another one of these. So from here, I can actually just go down. And then if I have it come out here, and here I can have it go to a T, it'll finish here, but I can start my belt line. So let's go turn the lights back on. All right, and then a nice T-pose. And a straight line to here, which I would then plug up. Yes. So I'll plug this. So my harvest will be here. It'll go into a conveyor. And then I can turn it. Actually, that kind of works out. Because I could have this next line come up and actually meet in the same spot, meet in the same area. Now, and by this room being clear, I can make my my spanner, my auto spanner setup. I think. I should be able to. Because I want to keep the drill, the harvester on this line. I just want a way to throw spanners at it as an independent system. What I don't know, no, you know what? No, this should be fine because it'll sit up here and it won't get in the way of the dirt chunks coming in. And then I can wrap it around. So yeah, that'll work. So as it degrades, I can throw a spanner at it and it'll repair. Perfect. And then, so I guess from here, we can take it back and actually start the whole processing. Which I don't need a lot of space for the processing, but I'll have a lot of space to work with, so I'll probably use it. But before we continue on, I am going to take a very quick AFK. Thank you for being here. I absolutely appreciate it for the follows, the lurks, the watches, everything. I absolutely love it. And I will be back shortly. The only thing I don't like about the way the game is set up, and I need to find out about maybe bringing it up, is when you click out of the game, it takes away the sound instead of maintaining it when you tab out. I mean, it is what it is, but that momentary silence when you've had this nice background noise this whole time. Life's little pleasures. Anyway, I'll be right back. Thank you for being here. And I'll be back soon. Okay, and I'm back. So, let's get some more platforms. Let's start off with that, so I can actually see what I'm doing. Before we get the platforms, though, any more carts again? Yes. Might have a whole yard just full of carts. Let me see here. Bends, T's. I think any straight ones though. Okay, that's cool. Really, more or less any straight ones. But I think we'll go hit up the starter real quick. Because I have some things over there. I may not have to buy much for the what's it called? For the harvester. All right. So I've got one of the throwers. I accidentally got one too many. Got some straights. So how many straight pipes do I need? Or so I need 1, 2. Is it just 2? 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. I just need 2. I conveniently have a flip flop. So we need 3 of those, which I already have some, but I'll go ahead and clear these out. All right. I just want to make sure nothing's stacking up around here. I mean, I didn't think anything would, but still doesn't hurt to check. And I'll grab these switches. All right. Cool. How are we doing anyway on these? Oh, 6, 9, 13. But how many more bags I do? Eight, 9. That'll work. Okay. So I'm gonna get some lights next, actually. At least for the downstairs stuff. I'm not worried about the upstairs stuff. Because I can use the daylight for that. But once I cover it up, I'm not going to be able to use it for the downstairs. And I also need a thing for it to look at. You know what? I can kind of cheese it a little bit. Alright, so I want no nukes, no TNT.
Never forget.
Don't need a weight reader. I do need a durability reader. Lights. Light hooks. I don't really know how many of these I need. I'll go with start with 6. Maybe go every 3. What is this? Logic reader display. Displays logic passed to the hooks cable. I don't think I need one. Oh, these can actually, though. Can you? Oh, yeah, you can change the color with the RGB input. Not gonna worry about that right now. One thing I want to look into, though, is these logic smelters. I might actually have my stuff go into logic smelters instead, and then I can just push a button anytime I want about a bar. And it's only logic driven. Very cool. Alright, so I needed the lights. I had bends and T's, but I don't think I had a lot of straights. Funny when you just try to get on the truck. It's just like, no, you can't do it. And I'm like, but I want to. We'll go with a couple more. I don't know. Oh, I lost count. So I don't know how many I've actually gotten. I know I need a number of them, though. we'll go until we get to about 4,500, which won't take long. And yeah, one more. Hopefully I don't hear the screaming sound and everything caught. Oops. Wasn't actually trying to do it that time. Wow. That was a heck of a drift. All right. Not over this one. You can't tell from that angle. No. Need to go out one more. Oh, work with me, work with me, work with me. Come on. Dang it. Ah. We'll do it this way then. Yeet. Oh. Ta-da. Like a glove. No, no, I didn't actually. Stop, stop, stop. Too far. Okay. There we go. All right, I'm gonna move this out of the way. While I'm thinking about it. So we'll go every fourth one. Never mind the fact the wires don't line up now. That's gonna annoy me. That's better. And then another light. Starting to lag again. Ugh. Ah. Not badly, though. That's good. Glad to hear that part. I mean, when it's still kind of tolerable, regardless that it's happening, especially when it's something you can't control. I think that's what makes it frustrating, is there's nothing you can do about it when it happens. And then, now let's see if this actually works the way I want it to. Nice. I have lights. That's what I was hoping for. And it's just, I'm gonna need the lighting under here, but I don't need a lot of lighting. So I really don't need these here, but I don't have a reason not to have them here. And then in theory, since I'm gonna have to keep a hole here anyway in order to get the ores out, I can just leave. I can actually just bring this up. Mm. guess this side would actually make sense. Let's see here. That'll work. I'll be able to keep it like that. Just a small enough gap for everything to come out. I can fill all this in just around here. So actually, I think I'll go with the 3 and keep that one a little bit more open. Up. There we go. So we got the lighting down there. That's about all the lighting I'm gonna really need. So what I can do is I can actually feed this down into a valve. Now, I've actually placed this kind of low. I don't think I'll be able to get a trip off of one further back. But if I can actually put another line right here and have this come down. So I can use this switch dual purpose. So then I'd actually be able to not only have the lights on, but I'd also be able to turn on the whole conveyor system. So anytime the system was running, my lights would be on. And if my system was off, then I don't need the lights on anyway. Unless there was something I needed to do. So I could actually put in a 2-valve system, 1 manual, 1 logic. And have it that the manual one is always on, unless there's something I wanted to, but still have the logic turn on. That is definitely a plan or something. I definitely can go with that. This is the advance. This is the thing about just creating it as you go. It's one thing I've really enjoyed about games like this. I never draw anything out. I mean, I have before, but it's so rare. I can't claim to it. But as the ideas come in and you kind of just see things come together and it's like, okay, well, I can do this, I can do this. And you can change it on a whim if something's not working. Instead of trying to design it all out and be like, yeah, this will definitely work, and find out something doesn't. Then you have to kind of go back to the drawing board anyway. This way, the drawing board's ever changing. So now the other thing is too, I'm gonna have to have another set of pipework going. So I'm gonna have to have 2 sets of pipeworks coming from here. I might actually move this last set so I could have the more space. I don't know. It depends. I might be able to pull this off because I can have this stuff come out initially a different direction. Like the one for the feeder of the this, I can actually just have go straight up because I'd already planned on feeding it high anyway. So that won't even be a problem. And what I could do is actually have another ramping come down here. That way I can always access the valve points. So I may have to trim this off in order to have just a little bit more room for working with the valves. But that is definitely a we'll see. I might be able to come up with something. I could potentially have them both go straight up initially. I don't know. I guess I'll find out what I come up with. But I think that's all we're going to do for today. I've actually got a decent amount of groundwork started. So, of course, I have to figure out how I'm actually going to get this now, how I'm going to get it piped, because I should have really started this all one back, I think. But it is what it is, and I'm going to actually see if I can work with it. If not, then I really only have to come off and take off this last set here, which it's not connected to anything, so that's not a problem at all. But the two lines I need to make are, I need to make the line for the conveyors and the what's going to be the harvester. And I've got the boosting there, which should be plenty for initial. And then should actually be plenty for the rest of it. And then I got to come up with the pipework for the drills, which is going to take a little bit more work because I actually want to put in boosters every so many. Now, what I could do, actually, I could just put a boost. I don't want to put a booster on every one of them. As I say, I could put a booster on every one of them, but then I had to fill the dang things. So something I could do, and this bottom one needs to be able to come out at its T. I might be able to come up with something. But I want to be able to boost every few of them. So like every group, so like say this group of 5, and then that way this group of 5. So I have all this room. I really only have like right here to work with, because this is where the next drill is going to go with. So I really only have this room to work with. So I'm kind of planning for the ahead that if this does really well, I can add in more. So I kind of have to have T's all the way along here. And with that, I'll have to plug them all, because that'll save me later on swapping out pipes. I'll just unplug them and be able to put all the drills in. But that'll be for later. For right now, I think this is a very good start for laying the groundwork. I get a better feel for how I want to do this. So this entire thing will be covered. I'll probably have a lot more lighting. I do like this lighting, actually. It adds kind of a nice ambiance. And it definitely is enough light for what I want. And by having the harvesters separate, I can turn off the drills without having to worry about the harvester getting clogged up. Because I'll just, of course, turn off the drill after the harvester afterwards when I turn off the conveyors. I like it. And then this kind of lighting is a lot nicer. I think the fire lighting's nice, but it doesn't actually. It's still hard to see with the fire lighting, but I can see this a lot better already. It's actually the first time I've used these lights. And I like the spacing I've got. The spacing I've got actually seems to work out pretty well too. So, with that though, thank you so much for being here. I absolutely appreciate it. I'm looking forward to continuing this project. And like I said, I think that's how I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to do tier 1 with nothing but tier 1 gear. Then I'll do tier 2 with nothing but tier 2 gear. And I'll do tier 3 with nothing but tier 3 gear. And now, as far as processing, I think initially I'll have each of them doing their own processing. But I might add in a system, which would be much later along, a centralized location system that I could go through, and of course it wouldn't work with the gems to get everything to dump out and relocate to a different area, but I think I could do that. So have everything set up as everything's processed in its own area, but I have a centralized work area that I can just request all the materials that have been created and put there. Gems aren't going to work that way. So what I may do with gems initially is have them process on their own, and then create something bigger, a bigger area that all the areas can actually sort into. Because there's no auto dumping for those. That's what it is. But that's all big plans later type of thing. For right now, this is where we're at. I'm happy with it. I've definitely got some progress made. And I will definitely have to keep at this in order for it to triumph over the starter. Which it will, like, almost immediately. As soon as I start this sucker up, it's going to pull off, 3 times, 4 times better than what my starters got going. Just from the fact that all the drills are a lower level. For now, though, thank you for being here. I hope you have a good morning, good day, good evening, whatever the case may be for you. I really hope it's a good one. And if you watch this on YouTube and you stayed this long, thank you. Really, thank you. And, hit that like button if you enjoyed it and consider subscribing. But for now, I'm RaKlavin GNS. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you later. Take care, and bye-bye.